Okay. So, are we back yet, guys? I believe we are back, right? No idea why it went down. Internet was there the whole time. Seems like we are back though. Okay. So yeah, we're moving into Mediterranean. The Russians are getting blockaded. Enemy coastal raid. Let's go. Get some of our Aurelius class, which is the class that we want to have in battles like these. With their 21 knots, they're exactly the ship. Catch them. They have the actually slower light our protected cruisers here as our existing ships. This is new. I have no idea what exactly it does. It just tells the time, I guess. Yeah, it tells the time. Okay. That's nice. That's better than down there. Like it. The haven't gotten any reports about the enemy position. Okay, we spot an unknown ship. Let's move towards them. Okay. A protected cruiser. More than that. The Chromo Boy. Similar ship to ours. Actually, slightly heavier armored version of our ship, most likely. 8 3-inch guns, 2 4-inch guns, so 8 3-inch guns after 14 6-inch guns. Yeah, this is a pretty. No, it's actually not that heavy. Interesting. It's slower than our ships, so. Are these really. No, these are more. Okay, these are lighter armored cruisers. Ariadne is an Ariadne class with 14 6 guns. 7 gun salvos here. A lot of 8-inch guns. A lot of 6-inch guns. Okay. And we have figured out that this actually is a Palatnik as well. Okay. It was a bit weird to see the scout cruiser be a heavy one as well. Our guys have figured it out though. This is supposedly a Palada as well. Are currently at 7,000 yards distance. So quite the far range. Oh. If we got any damage on them there. They didn't get any hits on us either, but one of our turrets did jam. Both sides not hitting anything just yet. I want to use our slightly better speed. Get around. Okay. Near miss. Hull damaged by splinters. are better than these ships. I believe. They have slightly heavier guns with the 7-inch guns. So actually we are somewhat similar to them as well. They are getting hits on us. What's the question mark? Interesting. That's new. Tweaking and recalibrating gun performance at various ranges. Tactical, increasing the effectiveness of drones. Update to its various minor fixes and changes to ship design. Yeah. And I believe cruisers got a bit cheaper compared to bigger ships now. Um, but yeah, I wonder what this question mark means. Looking into the patch log right now. Okay. Movement to damage model for splinter damage. I'd have to do with that because they're was limited by cold bunker. No, I have no idea. Yeah, we are back for a bit by now, I believe. Okay, we haven't really gotten any hits on them yet. With 130 rounds fired. It's a bit unfortunate that we fired that many rounds at them without hitting anything. They hit the Ariadne. Hey! Got a hit. Supposedly medium damage immediately, okay. Don't quite trust that. Kind of want to get to their light cruisers. The protected cruisers. Oh, they're turning into us. Okay. Should not have been enough to fire a torpedo on us. They get some hits on us again. This guy has taken some shots. Does the question mark mean that we just don't get reliable information and it wants to make that clear? What does that question mark mean? That's something I really would like to know. The Ariadne takes some more damage here. Yeah, we can keep it against these guys. Really? Oh, boys with the 2 9-inch guns, right? Yeah, and a lot of 6-inch. Let's actually put them into the core position so that we have have them in line. Should not be the focus of enemy fire, but they should be able to deal at least similar damage to our cruisers are supposed to do. We have some light flooding here. How's the Ariadne looking? No flooding on her. Flooding the Realos either. Down to 18 knots. Our rates of fouling. Okay. Coming night. Maybe we can catch them at night a bit here. They are between their two formations. Okay. They are running into us here. They are getting some hits. These are the protected cruisers. 6-inch gun hits actually might do some damage to them. Getting one of them sunk here would already be a success. That I would be fine with for this battle by now. Seemingly can't touch their armored cruisers. Their cruisers just don't get any significant hits there. Have to be careful to not run into torpedo range. We have seemingly dealt critical damage to this ship. Is trying to disengage, but it is now on fire. Heavy damage on fire. That's what we want to see. Hopefully now damaged enough that it still firing back. We still have splashes around our ship, so hasn't given up the fight yet. Flooding has been reduced to 1, which is relatively insignificant. Lada will go down here. First victim of this campaign. Ship isn't going to go anywhere anymore. Don't have that many rounds left, most likely. Yeah. In the wrong ship. No, we actually still have a lot of rounds left, but we'll see how this goes. None of them to be seen anywhere here. Yes, we end the scenario. We're getting away with the victory, even though our heavy cruisers didn't do so glorious at the, our armored cruisers well in the direct fight, but they're dominating around Hong Kong, huh? What do they have there? They have some ships there as well. Okay, they have 2 battleships, but we're setting a full battleship division there. That should get them in the Indian Ocean. They now have the 4 CAs. They tried to wreak some havoc here on us. But they have sent a good chunk of their fleet, yeah, most of their fleet into Northern Europe to try to break the blockade. But 9 battleships against our 17s. And we have 17 CLs against their 3. So in a 1v1 fight, we should win the Russians here. Okay, convoy defense. On a rainy day, light rain, and west northwest. That Katana class 10 6-inch guns. Okay, only a 2-inch belt. We have our 10 6-inch secondaries and the 2 9-inch main guns and on our heavy light cruisers here. These are 2 of their 3 protected cruisers in the area. So okay, we need to go full speed. Can't let them get to our transport ships. Not sure. Seems like their formation has fallen apart. And as it's before the time of for radio messaging, okay, they find each other again. They keep on running. He's slowing down on both sides, most likely due to exhausted engines on the high speed running. Wait, what? No, this is not good. This is not great at all. I got baited. I got baited. We need to get back there. Can't go too fast. Supposedly just 3 destroyers? That can't be. But okay, they had more than us in the area. That is bad news. That is really bad news. As they got to us. Oh no, that's a single. A single Latnik armored cruiser just ran through there. They had a affected and the armored cruiser formation. I got baited. We lost prestige. That's not what we want to do here. We lost prestige. Okay. We're blockading them. Find battle. West Africa. Captain Crab of the Cordelia is incompetent. Sportsman missed the last tactical exercise as he was late returning from a golf tournament, which he won. The crew quality has suffered. The last time I will have combat training interrupted by useless pastimes. Get him out of the service. A good excuse. Only coastal submarines. No. Okay. They have some traitors against us. Fleet cruisers. Getting better here. Intercept an enemy. We have 2 of our light cruisers moving around. Theirs is 5,000 tons. Ours is 5. Okay. Relatively similar designs as well. Okay. Information we don't have any. This works? No. Okay. The Curacao should come to into our formation now. Hey, Demon. Welcome. Welcome to the spreadsheet simulator. We are trying to get into line ahead, yeah. We are at search line, right. Yeah, let's go into line ahead. There we go. That's the one I wanted to find. Okay. We are currently playing as the Royal Navy. It's the year 1892. We are in a global war with the Russian Empire, and their navy is currently sending out raiders to the Indian coastline, and we're trying to get ahead of them. And we are trying to. Yeah, there has been a patch to the game today. We're checking that out, and also doing a Royal Navy run in which we can only choose prestige options. There is a prestige system in the game that in the end also is kind of how you can rank your runs, but the more important part is that often prestige options are not really the ones you want to go for, but I limit myself to whenever there is, because I'm a lackey for the politicians and I'm just going to suck up to the government. Whenever there's an option to go for prestige, we're gonna go for it. So yeah, the Tsarist Navy here is currently having a light cruiser that is trying to raid our commercial shipping. I mean, British Empire, LMAO as well, right, Greyhound? But in the 1890s. Yeah, is going in. It's the best spreadsheet game, for sure. So actually, we are currently in the non-spreadsheet. Currently in the amazing 2D battle where this Russian light cruiser or protected cruiser is running away from our two protected cruisers, and we hope that we can catch it. We are. Wait, these can do 22 knots? No, they can. This cannot, right? Yeah, this cannot, but we can actually. The constants actually can go fast. It also means more random cruisers built that I might not want to build, more random submarines built that I might not want to build, and so on as well, though. But yeah. And yeah, let's get some hits here. Constance gets hit. Anything major? No, just a small and belt hit. Okay. Trying to slow it down with the fire from our first ship so that our second ship actually can catch up. It's already in gun range. Our second ship. Issue is that both of the ships are currently going relatively fast, and that two ships are firing at the same target, which at the time also means that like the gunner from this ship doesn't quite know, is the splash next to the ship my splash, or is it a splash from a shell from this ship? Um, that later was fixed by having colored powder for each ship, so that you know when this splash is coming up with blue, then okay, that's me. If it's pink or so, then that's the other ship. But that hasn't been introduced yet, so currently actually firing with multiple ships at the same ship is reducing our accuracy, but at the same time, there's also more guns, so in the end, it's still beneficial. As the Constance tries to get some shots to the enemy. The Curacao down range thanks to the enemy's turns here. And we taken another hit. The structure hit. Shell burst limited, but fire started, but immediately extinguished. Fire is the killer. Fire is the ship killer at this time period because of the coal that they run with. All the ships are covered in a lot of coal dust as well, which turns out coal dust is pretty flammable. So, and damage control at the time, not that amazing either. So, getting the fire started on your ship, pretty dangerous. Okay. Yeah, we get an 8-inch gun shell hit onto them. And now one hit here, a good 5 hits from our secondaries. So we have gotten more hits on them than they have gotten on us. But they don't seem to be really slowed down yet. Well, it's Curacao. Oh, got hit there by their secondary guns. I'm still not quite sure what the question mark system works. That's something that got added with the latest patch, and I don't quite understand it. Yeah. Now it's night, so that doesn't improve our chances of hitting them. Night firing, another -10. No fire control systems and rangefinders existing yet on these ships either. Okay, engines overheating. Bearings overheating on high revolutions. So ship is slowing down as well. I hope that something similar might have happened to the enemy ship here. Doesn't seem to be the case just yet, but we're getting closer. Let's turn together. Maybe we can even get it from both sides here. That's a setting, the health bar, but it's also not really that accurate. Like, a turret jammed takes away from the health bar as well. But it's in general like half of the structure, half flotation, and half like more functionality bar, like how functioning your ship is. Like, doesn't necessarily mean that you have taken damage, but yeah, I believe it has been there since Rule the Waves 2. The patch in Rule the Waves 2, I believe, added that. The other hit. We are now dangerously close for torpedo hits, so I kind of want to wiggle a bit there. Don't want to get hit by a torpedo right now. Turns out these ships are not good at taking torpedo hits and surviving them. Getting torpedoed relatively far away from any home port would not be good. Yeah, imagine being torpedoed in the Indian Ocean. That doesn't happen. Yeah, we're getting some more hits here now. They don't seem to be firing as much back on us. We're running really high speed here, so the accuracy is still lower because of that, but Okay. One. Got a decent amount of hits on them by now. 7 hits here, 6 hits from the 8-inch guns. This one got another 6 hits. Not that many just yet, but feels like they should do something by now already. Our hits against us are not that many. Like right now, it shows because our rear turret is jammed, I believe. Yeah, our the aft turret is jammed. Uh, that's why the now it's back in business. So that's why the hit bar is now better again. Yeah, we got another hit there. Just trying to wiggle away from us. So it's have a lot of splashes there. Just don't want to get too close because, as I said, hitting a torpedo at this point would just be shameful display. Being the slower, the ship behind them right now. If we pass like this, they have a good angle to get a torpedo shot off on us. We're really not fast enough to pass them, get ahead of them. This is a yeah, 1890s battles are always something. Like sometimes a big explosion ends it, sometimes something gets on fire and just burns out quickly, and sometimes it's like this. And now, okay, we have them on fire now? Yes, yes, we have them on fire. Yeah, we have gotten decent amount of hits. 6 hits here, 9 hits scored. 16 hits here as well. So over 30 hits by now on them. Nice, another 3 hits. Because they're illuminated, I believe that's actually giving us a better chance to hit them. Yeah, target on fire. So our gunners know what to fire upon. That increases our accuracy. But our flooding increases because they actually hit us here as well. Last second. I don't want to go for it right now. We have enough ships that just pure mass can work it out, and I want to have the money. Like I don't want to spend the money on gunnery right now. If we get into any bigger wars, I might do, but yeah, I mean we're still winning here, so the flooding is still at 4. It's annoyingly high now. Getting some more hits on the Palada. It just does not want to sink. Okay, there we go. Ship details. How many hits do we actually get? Yeah, we got over 50 hits in the end. Went to flooding 1, 2, flooding 2. Slowly got flooded. Yeah, one of our ships got heavily damaged there in the end, but We got the ship. That's the victory. Getting them. Rolling prevents them from sinking our merchant ships, so don't get anything major out of this either, and we can build more ships. Glorious class. Triumph class. Relatively similar ships here, but these here having sloped armor, so more effective armor scope. The Hermione class, higher quality 8-inch guns. I'd want to build a couple more corvettes for great protection. They're relatively affordable as well. Haven't gotten any new research that is really us out here. Okay. Night battle. They try to raid our convoy. Oh. Okay. Beginning of the day. Don't hit anything. We have to stay with our merchantmen this time around. Don't want to get them sunk again by a vigilante armored cruiser that we missed. So let's escort for 17 merchant ships back home here, or 18 merchant ships. Okay, looking good. The light cruisers trying to get our important convoy on the way to Ireland. So far, it seems like it's only the protected cruisers, which don't really stand a chance against us. Knowing that now, I would have liked to follow them, chase them down, but as that didn't work out the last time around, and we getting a victory out of just bringing those ships home, go for that. Telescopic sights, better national accuracy. We're blockading the Russian coastline, or rather, their access to the open ocean here. I have a lot of money, so we might want to design a new armored cruiser. I want to build a heavy one as well. Okay. Could go with 8-inch guns secondaries. Have this one compete with the one that the Italians did build. Want to have better belt than this. I have a 4-inch belt as well. This could be this could be a colonial ship actually. Like, and we can't really build them with long range. That's just too expensive right now. But yeah, having some of these ships for the colonial service instead of battleships, that could be interesting. Like Prince class. Deck, yes. Considering going for 4.5-inch belts, not realistic right now. It's up to 10,800 tons, but that is okay. Colonial service. So 4-inch guns, second tertiaries. They come at multi-zero as well. That's fine by us. Means that they actually can penetrate something. Amount of rounds as well. I'd want to have them get reliable engines, but yeah, we can't afford that right now. Okay. Turret tops. Arc. Okay, we go with 11,000 tons. We go with 11,000 tons. Okay. Ship design. Let's go. The Persian intercepts a Russian radar. What are you? You are one of our... Oh, you are one of the super small ones, right? Yeah, 3,300 tons. It's only you? Okay, yeah, this is not good. You might not want to be here. Especially as that seems to be... Yeah. Oh no. Hell no. We want to make it to Korg. Can't do anything about that ship. They can fire upon us. So far, no hits on us. This is the hope. Just try to make it to Korg. Okay. Yeah, these... Not quite sure. They can fight corvettes. They can maybe fight some other ships. But this is not even a corvette. This is a light cruiser. Yeah. Corvettes are really cost efficient. So, especially as England, you need, or Great Britain, you need some. Otherwise, like, you can't get enough ships around there for trade protection and so on. We get Harvey armor. That is nice as well. So we might want to build our... I'm not quite sure. Like, I believe this just improves the quality of armor. Considerable improvement of armor quality. Doesn't quite say what it exactly does, but I guess it just... I'm not sure if it's calculated now in the penetration values that they go down. Might be that indicates this. Like, this is calculated now against the Harvey armor, I believe. Enemy coastal raid. They decline. Cruiser action. They decline. Oh, another coastal raid. We go in. No, it doesn't do that. It can't just pull your corvettes for the coastal batteries. Like, corvettes can't be in your main fleet usually, unless you don't have anything but the corvettes in the area. The corvettes usually at best come in as screen, but usually not even that. Where are the enemies? I also just learned that mines are mostly placed around batteries, so if you have more batteries, you also get more mines. Okay, that's where they were. Bought it at 1235, but it's, yeah, 1400 by now, so don't really have a clue where they are at. There is a merchant ship over here that we want to protect. What's that? There is seemingly another light cruiser of ours in the area that is firing at the enemy, but we don't get any reports where they are. Maybe they send us a pigeon. Hmm. Yeah, one of our light cruisers is at battle somewhere. Oh no. Oh wow. Okay. When torpedo hits, you actually get a location. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, we're not really gonna make it to the French coast here. So they seemingly are going to sink one of our... Oh. Oh, we sank one of theirs. Okay, but we lost one of ours as well. That's unfortunate. That yeah, we had 9 light cruisers or protected cruisers against one of theirs, and we still lost one. That Russian ship did valiant. One of theirs is forced to action again. Okay. Another enemy coastal raid. We could send ships into the Baltic as well, but it doesn't really make much sense because we can blockade them from the North Sea as well. Okay, found them. At all protected cruisers. All armored cruisers. Okay. These are some of our champion class. Okay. Oh, command confusion. That's unfortunate. And the Psyche is immediately losing. Speed. Get down to 18 max speed because of the rings overheating. So we're 2 versus 4, which we don't want to do. Oh no, we're burning. Unknown amount of medium hits? I'm not quite sure what the question marks means. Like, we got a small hit. Into the supercharger. It's jammed the turret, got a fire spreading. Rain is good. Light rain we take. Fire reduced by damage control. Is that an 8-inch, 6-inch, or yeah, this is a 4 6-inch gun battery. We want to have them here. So the coastal battery is not hitting anything either. Fortunate. Okay, we are getting the fire under control. Rain is helping there most likely. No, we're not getting it under control. It's spreading again. Okay, might have to go to Harvard. Oh no, okay. We got the fire under control again. Oh, we have more like else existing here. Southeast around here somewhere. So this could be a rather, but that was super. That was a really old. Okay, that was when we still knew where they were around. Okay, that seems like they moved away anyway. Be not either. Don't have flooding, right? No. Just small little bonfire on our ship. Okay. They don't give anything there. Us gaining disputed border areas. I'm fine with that here. Fine with taking more from them. Okay. Let's actually go. No, let's not go that big. But let's go with 3 of these black prints. Like this could be a good formation to hold the Southeast Asian command. Coastal rate. Okay, should do well. No. Okay. Demonstrations in Russia. Failed to finish our battleships. Okay, let's fight this again. Seeing how the last one went. Other armored cruiser. Basically the same as ours. Slightly better built. Okay. Both sides not hitting each other. 103 rounds fired, 0 hits. Okay, they hit one of ours. They actually start hitting us, but we also now start hitting them. The smaller hits here are the end of the world. Okay, but they hitting us at least just as good as we hit them. Seemingly better, actually. Now we have some light flooding. Hit some of our turrets as well. Third gems. But I don't believe we're catching them here. So let's turn away. Go for cruising speed. Let's move towards Rosie. With light flooding here, I don't want to get flooded out in the middle of the ocean. Be shameful display. And yeah, they did win the action because it did deal more damage to us. That is fine. because we didn't die. And we're keeping blockading them. This is exactly where we want to be. Cruiser action. Might want to have... Okay, yeah. Might want to have higher intelligence on them. They are seemingly just getting the high rolls on the ship engagements here currently. Just getting way more ships into these kind of actions than we do. Don't want to fight 2 versus 6. We are the faster ships, so on paper, if everything goes well, we should be able to escape here. Unless some major engine mishap happens, you know? Which can happen. We can have a random breakdown and then one of our ships likely would be cooked. But seems to work out. Seemingly getting away here. Focus exhausted, that's all fine. Just needed you to get out of there. Get your stokers shuffled for their lives. Is fine by me. Okay. Hey, we even get a marginal victory here for some reason. The dude Chyla class 10 6-inch guns. That's a pretty normal, relatively affordable 21 knots. This is actually props to you there, France. Props to you for pretty good light cruiser. Like 2-inch belt is a bit light, but solid 10 6-inch guns, solid 21 knots. Pretty small for that. Pretty efficient light cruiser. We're about to finish our first victorious class. Russians haven't gotten into any battleship action with us yet. This is interesting. Our Southeast Asian squadron has arrived. Do they have? Yes, they have a battleship up there. Don't have anything here anymore. If most of their, like, yeah, they must have returned with some of their ships back. They'll have a, yeah, they only have one battleship here, so yeah, 11 battleships by now in the North Sea. Yeah, they're building a lot of battleships. Everyone is behind in technologies. Italy and Austria-Hungary are the best. Austria-Hungary, the classic naval leader. This is kind of funny. Who doesn't know? Convoy defense. Okay. We have Harvey armor. Improved AP shot is not really what we need. Guns are all similarly shit. Just will have better armor if we design it like this. Still might be fine with some short range ships. Actually, kind of want to have a new variant of this. For the North Sea, we don't want to have it with low freeboard though. Yeah, that's the Collingwood. The Howies are actually. Yeah, normal freeboard. 17 knots. Can I add a second gun here? Then we have to go slightly higher. Yeah, the -3 quality guns we're starting with on the Collingwoods are painful. But we didn't have a battle with them yet anyways, so yeah, let's go with some short range. Oh, that's why do you make that an armored? I want to get a battle. Give me some 11 inches of steel. Fine with 12,000. Yes. Okay. Don't need secondaries. Let's put them to 3-inch guns. Wanna go 17 knots. Inch guns is fine by me. Sort of secondaries. Conning tower. Okay, we want to make them somewhat heavy ships as well. Like the conning tower. Much penetration on these. Would want to have them 7, 5 inches as well. Have to go heavier. Can save a bit on the belt. Like against all the AP rounds currently, that's still more than enough. Oh, but we don't want to have them flat deck. We want to have them sloped. So in the end, this is still 13-inch. 13. That's not what I want. So speed doesn't really save us much. Okay. Go with normal then. This is not great, but get the upper belt a bit more protection. Against lighter guns. Okay. These have 10.5 inch. Well, something is weird with the old designs. Like they all have these weird graphic glitches. But the new ships, luckily, are all fine. But yeah, the -3 guns are really painful. Ooh, oh, Russia. Okay. Get a new fleet division. The 2 new victorious. Plus that should actually be our lead division here. That roll for 2 battle fleet 6. One with 2 Howies. We have our main battle line. With all of these ships being around. Convoy defense. Seems like we're just winning this by blockading without super many ships sunk on either side. That they got here. Getting a bit of damage on them. Come on. Arg. Not good. Don't you dare. They're going after our transport ships. Don't you dare. After the convoy. No idea where the convoy is right now. Should be somewhere around to our right side. Oh, wait. Those are enemy ships as well? They have more ships than us? Oh wow, this is a puny ship as well. That's even smaller than ours. 6 4-inch guns and 4 2-inch guns. Like that's one of the protected cruisers that we could just think. These are not that fantastic either compared to ours. Yeah, we actually get some hits on the Boyarin. Like they shouldn't stand a chance. Yeah, 6-inch guns doing their job. They were in torpedo range there for a second, so I was a bit scared. Passed through the Phoenix. Imrud and Boyarin getting damaged. Boyarin heavily damaged. Actually getting some good hits. Oh, rudder hit. The Imrun. Is Imrud? Oh no, but we're on fire. Okay. Or not. Okay. Fire extinguished. Good job. That was too fast. This ship has been slowed down by our fire. Would be good enough angle to fire a torpedo on us. We have a good enough angle to actually get some hits on them. Yes. They are firing back, but we now have them on fire. Seems like they might have been on fire already before. Now it's actually shown that our gunners, instead of it being so slowed down, good time. Still, okay. Dead in the waters. We need to get back to our convoy. You have to be careful. The Murats. Yeah, you have to be really careful with the angle you approach. Like, but if they are moving away from you, they can't really shoot a one that still gets you. But yeah, in these kind of situations, you have to be really careful and not overtake them. Like, if you go parallel and come at this range next to them, they will fire torpedo for sure at you into your path and hit you. So, but if you come, if they are moving away from you with an angle, then there is a decent chance that they don't really can get a shot of you. Because they obviously also only can fire straight, right? Because those are not those are below the waterline torpedo mounted, submerged torpedo launchers, so they can't be pivoted around angle. We have lost our merchant ships. Oh no. No! Enemy has found them. Was my fear. Or not. And we got both. Yeah, I hoped that we would get the Boyarin as well. And we got the Boyarin. 40 medium hits. Fair enough. Yeah, we got a lot of hits on these. Over 50 hits. Did sink the enemy here. Okay. With us getting the disputed borders and some of their colonies. Shouldn't let them go off too cheaply. Okay. I don't want Sakhalin. I don't want Sakhalin. I would have wanted the Baltics. Kamchatka would have been fine as well, but we can't afford that, so just take that, and our economy increases a bit as well instead. Okay. That means now we are back to peace times. Okay. That means mothballing. Ready to Northern Europe again. You are not supposed to be on foreign station. Oh no, right. You are all supposed to be on foreign station, sorry. These are the corvettes. You know, right, yeah. These are not supposed to be out there. Okay, Collingwood mothballed. That saves us a good amount of money. Collingwood mothballed. Alright, that's the Southeast Asia ones. They need to go home. This is our newer ships. They need to. They're an open, an active fleet. Then go to reserve fleet as well. The home fleet champions. Go to reserve fleet 2. Has decent amounts of money. Okay. Mediterranean, okay. Have to move back to the Mediterranean actually. Wait, why are you are you section? Okay. Northern Europe as well. That are in Modern Europe can be mothballed. You're still paying a lot right now. Actually, can't really afford new battleships. Away from building new battleships just yet. All the Collingwoods actually can be mothballed. Well, Nice. Faster than expected. Albania. By the Italians. We are fine with that for now. That's a trivial matter. China. And we are on the prestige run, so we only choose options that bring prestige. In this case, we have to send a strong force to safeguard our interests in China. Counterintelligence believes that Japan has stolen technology and AP projectiles from us. Japan, I liked you before, but this is not acceptable. Don't need that right now. I don't think we're going after Japan yet. Like, that would be even more, like, that would be really big bullying. The Russians, we already curtail here quite nicely, but the Japanese, they don't stand a chance. They have half the fleet of the Russians, 1/4 of our fleet currently. They're building battleships, which is surprising usually. They've let them build in Germany, okay. They're building what? But it's 8-inch guns battleships, so nothing that really worries us, but it's a lot of them. A lot of the same class there. I didn't take them. I couldn't take them. The Marats. I didn't have enough points to take the Baltics or Finland. That's why it's still Russian. I only had 4 points, so I went with just getting a bit better economy out of the war instead of, like, if you don't take anything out of a war, it gives you a slight boost in for your normal economy. Or should we just, yeah, have some battleships to the navy. Now we have some money again. More of these. Four 7-inch guns. 8 6-inch guns. Might want to. We don't have any batteries here yet at Hong Kong. Might want to build a 6-inch gun battery as Hong Kong as well. Battle vision is in full strength now. The Triumphs and the Victorious is finished. There has been an international upheaval in Norway. If we play our cards right, we could add them to our sphere of influence. Yes. Okay. That is nice. That's like, yeah, having Norway and Iceland in battles in the North Atlantic can be so helpful later on. Sudden slump in the economy has led to a widespread unemployment, poverty, as well as cutbacks in military spending. You are asked to advise how to handle the situation. Any further cuts in Navy budget are unacceptable. Attention. Regional situations. This will give us prestige. This will give us tension. Also might give us public unrest. Yes, gives us public unrest. If public unrest goes too high, we might have a collapse. So starting into war with this already is pretty bad. And sorry. We can't get you off the hop. We don't really want to get you off the hook, Captain Knobs here, as you yeah, you messed up the engine of one of our cruisers. If the politicians want to have you kicked out for that, then you have to be kicked out for that. Yeah, if you have any further questions, dear Murat, feel free to ask. I would say I'm relatively knowledgeable about these games. I'm not super deep into all of the details and files. Like I don't try to metagame these games super hard, so but I have played them for quite a lot. A couple of runs by now in that I have finished from 1890 all the way till 1970. Revolution in African country has some of your nationals stranded and a strong squadron. That gives us prestige. We have to do it. Proved watertight integrity. That is nice as well. And we can build destroyers, but can't really make any good ones yet, I believe. Yeah, even 27 knots normal freeboard not good enough, so we can only go with 26 knots. Some torpedo launchers. Another round of fighting has broken out among the Balkan states. How should we react? This is not without the meddling of the French. Yeah, also because we are close. But there's also some random events. But yeah, with we have the both have colonial empires that have tension there as well. And the French don't shy away as much. Like the Americans, we don't have many border conflicts with the and the Japanese either right now. Nobody is fascist yet, and the Germans don't have a big enough navy to really try to fight us yet. So they, whenever the tension go too high, try to de-escalate. There might still be events that get us to war with them, but French are the ones that are the least likely to shy away. So if tension rises with them, there's less chance of it going down again. South American West Coast, and our bases get okay. That's fine. There are no bases there. Let's build some destroyers here. Potentially, yeah. Also want some intelligence on the Italians here. I want to know what they are doing. There are no alliances around the world yet. No other wars going on. The Americans and Spanish didn't get into a war yet. Just hoping that happens often because, yeah, the Americans want these islands, or at least want to take it away from the Spanish. So in my last game, the Spanish actually won, and they took Maine, which is pretty hilarious, considering, like, remember that Maine is the sentence from that war. So the Spanish taking Maine in the uh, American-Spanish War is pretty hilarious. That was some peak comedy. We can build these ships now a good bit lighter due to some improvements. Still want to build some of these ships to set up a full. Wait, how many of the Howies do we have? 7. We actually only need 3 ships for 2 full divisions of these short ships, so we only need 1 more. Yes, we want to build that 1 more ship. Build it with more armor, but still being lighter. Something with C as well. Bosses. Fine. Okay. Let's have a naval academy. Build a Colossus battleship. Let's look at the like Prince design, because yeah, we can build those a bit better now as well. Nearly going up to 5-inch builds would make us immune against 8-inch guns nearly. Okay. Duke of Edinburgh class. Have a that we can get a full division of those as well. Can't choose this. This doesn't bring prestige either. You were asked in an interview which nation you see as the most likely enemy in a future war. Go with the French. Buy the machine for destroyers. Okay, let's build 2 of these. Have a lot of money in reserve. We can build bigger docks with that. Could build naval fortification, like gun fortifications somewhere. I believe we want to build some coastal batteries at Ceylon as well. 3 other nations have as well. Ooh. That costs us prestige. All for an international peace conference in the Balkans. Or back our ally unconditionally. I want to see what gets out of this. Armament conference concludes with much talk, but no. Would have been up for an armaments for a naval treaty right now. So yeah, I believe I can't sign a naval treaty with the prestige run anyway. So yeah, an uprising in China, we have to send some of our boys there. Gunnery manufacturers are now advertising 11-inch guns. And Russia doesn't want a new war. Starting to catch up here. Rest not really though. We're not good at technology right now. This is a bit frustrating. Considering that we have the biggest budget for it. We have the budget to go up to 12% research right now. Can now have faster destroyers, right? Yeah, 28 knots even. Okay. Your world class. Only the admiral. Politicians are in charge. And the government wants to reduce the naval spending. I mean, no. Pension is not even that important right now. Okay. We can build a lot of destroyers. The only one with destroyers yet? Yes, but the other nations are building some as well. Germany is actually building quite a couple there. Only gyroscopes. The 300-ton destroyers are of questionable usefulness. Ooh. There's a prestige option here. There's been an uprising in an African country. Focus of great power colonial ambitions. We need to send a force to evacuate our nationals and protect our interests. What size should size should the expeditionary force be? Let's battleship this. And there we have some tension. Continue to. The hood is a Howie, right? Yeah. There. French have a spy. Not acceptable. These ships did they do pretty well. We can't even design them with 21 yet. This way they have better steel and the better damage control, so we still build them like this. I want to have some light cruisers again. There was some open design. They have 8-inch guns as well. Oh. How can you afford this? Okay. What did they save on? I'm not quite sure. This is interesting. This is actually a pretty decent light cruiser. Calliope. Oil in the Eastern Aleutians. Okay. Yeah, we can build a full division of them without any major issue. So the Americans have even more oil. Do we have oil? We do. Out of Burma. Okay. Our dock size should be the biggest. Yes. Well, Italy has the second biggest. Battleship wise, France is building quite a lot, but they're not building that big, right? Yeah, wow. Okay, France is building a lot of small battleships. So we don't have to go super large. But we have to keep the numbers up ourselves. Can't be overtaken there. So let's go for 12-inch guns here. 17 knots is the speed of our battle line right now, so let's build the superb class. Triumph, victorious. Inch guns. go for 7-inch guns. Still slightly lighter here. Okay. A lot of our destroyers finished. Oh. Revolution in an African country has left some of our nationals stranded. Let's bombard the capital. Our minister wants to deploy additional forces in the Mediterranean. They're crashing by the French. Okay. And boom times. There has been a windfall in tax revenue. What your recommendation? How to spend the money? Let's strengthen the navy. Usually I would go for this, but it is not prestige, so have the money. So let's build pretty superb here right now. And let's send first Cornwalls. Where are the core? All right, no, they are the short. Yeah. These Collingwoods need to move into the Mediterranean. Any ships that we can add there? Already in the Mediterranean? Yes. You aren't all in the Mediterranean. Oh. Send you all into the Mediterranean. And get some new destroyers that don't add any power to the Mediterranean. Can add 2 divisions of them nonetheless. In case things escalate there. Or Hermione's go there as well. Now we should be able to. Yeah, we have 118 there again. They have 109 strength there. We have 223 here, and they have more than us here in the northern Europe. Okay, that's not good. After a brief war, Japan has occupied the territory of Guangzhou 1. Okay. They are now in Southeast Asia. Japan is our neighbor around Hong Kong now. The liberal government wants to reduce the arms expenditure. That is not okay. Will spell doom for our naval power. Not be at the mercy of other nations that are better prepared. Might get into a double war. That would be trouble. We would still be in a position where we could do that. Captain Riley of the Dudley has been implicated in a scandal involving copious amounts of champagne and an admiral's daughter. Navy cannot be the hotbed for scandals. Captain has reported unsanitary living conditions aboard. Yeah, destroyers. All destroyers are not really allowed to move elsewhere. Oh, the anti. They have created an anti-British alliance here. World cruise for young cadets is planned. What ship should they take part? This gives prestige. So okay, So I guess we gonna find the fight a two-front war. Likely will need more battleships for that. We should mobilize our fleet though. Russia's navy has a majority of heavy ships in active status. Yeah, okay. I guess this is war. Spain. Wireless telegraphy. Okay. Yes, we are at war. We have. They only have 100,000 tons. Like, no, they have nearly 200. Or they have 200,000 tons nearly. Yeah. The British Navy not quite having the budget to outscale both of them at once. Their battle fleets are pretty big, but our cruiser fleets here are in a good state. Just finished the Black Prince class and the Edinburgh class, which we want to send to the Far East. They're still getting worked up, but Southeast Asia. Oh, we actually could send them into the Mediterranean. The Mediterranean is the better place right now for them to be. They aren't really battle cruisers, but they will still be the first battle cruiser division. Because they're proto battle cruisers, basically. Champions still. Yep. There's a good chance we are getting getting a naval blockade against us here in a second. So want some smaller battleships as well. A bit more affordable. Or no, we want some light cruisers. Have you forward and aft turrets? Save more weight. Make them 8,000-ton ships. A lot of 6 don't have armored fire control. Okay. Oh yeah, no ships on trade protection. Right. We need to change that. Those are all not right. Okay. Trade protection. 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 World. protection. Crit protection. Okay. Hit 4 dice. Might have to get the Hermione's back. Modern Europe. Convoy defense. Okay. Now Destroyer is likely not gonna make it there. Oh, only one not making it. Rest actually can make it here, okay. Unknown ship spotted. Scans. Oh wow. Okay, that's a full battle line. We have 2 ships in. The enemy brings a full battle line. Beautiful. Our destroyers are supposed to charge right now. Okay, not okay. Some of them are just French cruisers. Our destroyers are not getting torpedo hits. Fortunate. Gangoots. These more ships. We have the Cumberland. Oh, good hits against the Gangoots here. They haven't gotten us here. We just have a turret jammed. Okay. Hit against the Gangoot. Fire the torpedo. Oh. That's our ship that sunk there, I believe. Oh, Gary. Oh! Nice. Good job, Gary. The Cumberland fired the torpedo against the Gangoot as well, but the Gangoot is not being hit. Okay. Yeah, these 3 are ton destroyers in a night battle. They're likely not gonna gonna do super well, and likely a lot of them gonna die. But they also point-wise don't really give the enemy anything, and they're also super replaceable. So like destroyers only really get solid once we are around the 700 or above ton limit, where they actually can also take a hit or 2. I might have lost 4 of them here. I believe so. They're getting good shots on this Gangoot class. Our crew quality here on these ships is not great. They're pretty, like, they're okay. They're active fleet, but they aren't veterans of the first British-Russian war. 3-inch guns, okay, that's irrelevant. A lot of relatively irrelevant hits there, but cool. Are those really destroyers? They have this. Guess so. With the speed of the ships. They get some hits on us now as well. 2 heavy guns actually hitting us there. Okay. Have some light flooding now. Large hit on the engine room. Okay, they actually did hit us a couple of times there now. Cornwall is still doing pretty fine. Bit too much. Not where we want to be here right now. Passing by. Around. In our destroyer again. Don't have a lot of flooding yet. No, okay. Flooding is again. Ah, this is scary. Ariadne has to be careful. The Pither Valaki class. Two 12-inch guns on a 9,200 ship. Old ship with no damage control whatsoever. But both of our turrets jump right now, so should keep our distance. As ours and the enemy ship here collide. Jumped by an enemy destroyer, likely both going down. Yeah. I hope the torpedo hit that we got actually achieves something. Like, even with this many destroyers of ours sunk, if we sunk an armored cruiser, that's worthwhile. Yeah, this Gangoot is not looking good anymore. Hmm. Getting hits in all directions here. Focus. That Gangoot, yeah. Yeah, this one only has light damage. Our turret jammed again, or did it get destroyed this time? Oh, turret jammed again. Still no real important flooding on our end. Get a good hit on the Gangoot. Light hits on the Gangoot. Okay, finally. It's setting it aflame. That's the kind of stuff we want. Also an easier target as well. We should be able to sink an enemy battleship here. Mess of the night action. Yeah, we should have put US core. Daylight. And we sunk the Gangoot. Okay, with that it should be a victory. We now only need to be able to return to our... Oh no, they're in between us and the... No, 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 no. Don't sink our merchant ships. They actually might engage us here again, as they still outnumber us. Of shots fired. That Gangoot supposedly is heavily damaged as well. Okay. We're back to being able to go nuts. Okay. Assessment. Okay, it's medium damage now. Cumberland does get damaged quite heavily. Trading shots. Flooding is still light. Yeah, attacking the cruisers is a good choice here right now. Now, on the battle division again. And good. Light hits on the Gangoot. 3-inch gun hits don't really count. They keep on hitting us, but the flooding here is still manageable. Existence on the Cornwall. As long as the flooding stays at 1, we can keep this up for a long while. And Gangoot takes the more light hits here. Real hits here. Only 9 hits scored so far by our main battery here. Only 6 here, so the main battery of these ships, they actually hit something not happening that often. Oh. Weird turn. Not scary. Still low flooding. We have hits on us. Ah, Cornwall. Getting some annoying hits against it. No flooding, still no fire. As long as that is the case, we are okay. Heavy guns. Out here. Okay. How's it looking on this ship? Here's the starboard side is actually the one. Took a couple more hits. And Good seems to be trailing now. Likely should be able to deal with it now. Oh no. Fire? Okay, they got it under control. Fire the ship killer not coming into affecting us. As they're trying to get away. Good class. Still supposedly only lightly damaged. Maybe wasn't that many, wasn't it? And no heavy scores whatsoever. But our the reports also not really. No, yeah, switching between heavy and light damage might mean it's medium damage, but we don't know that in fact. Oh, collided. Somebody collided. If that's our ship that you collide? No. Hmm. Believe that must have been two Russian ships then, because we don't have any CLs here right now either. Or some affected cruisers in the rear. Just can't seem to get damage onto the Gangut here though. So yeah, let's just turn away. See if they chase us. Still had some rounds left, but not that many anyways. Okay. What is that? Is that the ship that we... Oh, that in the water now? I guess that's the torpedoed Laura class. Yeah, that would make sense. That's the torpedoed ship from earlier. If not, that might be another kill. But I believe that's what it is. So yeah, our destroyers with some valiant effort. Yeah, that's what it is most likely here. Or another one got heavily damaged. If it didn't even damage, light damage only on the other ship there. Okay, ship details. Oh, yeah, torpedo hits and then yeah, we sunk it there. It's flooding. Thinking through, yeah, it got sunk there. Bulkhead ruptures, flooding increases. So yeah, torpedo hit, important, really important here. Not a light cruiser hit. Two medium hits, I guess it got set of fire. Secondary hit scored. Okay. Oh no. Oh, yeah. Two of the Russian ships rammed each other. The Oprochnik and the Novnik. Oh, okay. We got two of them sunk because they rammed into each other. Well, that's lucky. We lost 8 destroyers there, but that's absolutely fine. Yeah, okay, they are blockading us. We might need more battleships, but yeah, sinking one of the Russian ones here is quite nice. Their fleet size now is a bit closer to ours. Okay. We are getting blockaded. Yeah, France has moved all their stuff up here. Okay. Does that mean they moved their stuff out of the Mediterranean? For the most part, yes. Okay. Means we should at least move our battle formation. Mediterranean. Yeah. Back to Northern Europe. For defense. of the North Atlantic. No, the North Sea. Okay. Let's see what we can achieve here. This looks like a rather sinkable enemy formation. Hope that's all of their ships. So, our ships are the heavier ones by a good bit. 2-inch belts versus 4-inch belts, which means we can get into 3,000 yard distance. Where we are right now, basically. Without getting penetrated by their guns, without penetrating them. Random destroyer. Okay. Oh. That move into us. Don't believe was good for them. That seemed like a weird move that maybe was a wrong command or something. But we take it because that lava is likely crippled now. The amount of 6-inch guns. Yeah. That we can spew out of our ships here. Like, these are our protective cruiser hunters, so having this matchup is exactly what we want. We're not doing much against other armored cruisers with these, but against protective cruisers, we are absolutely shredding. That one even on fire? No, it just got hit. I want to get hit by a mini torpedo. Okay. Arabanca. 1 or 2 light hits against them. They will down as well, so we find 2, but not getting the hit there. Really matter though, because we get them. The light cruisers. Ah, come on. Can we sink their destroyers already? Their destroyers are super annoying here right now. Always a bit scared that they actually might sink us with a torpedo. This is too close. Our destroyer don't really do it either. Nice. Nice. That should be 2 crippled ships there. Line abreast. One ship on fire. The other one soon to follow here, most likely. We're nearly out of ammo, but both of them now on fire. That's a great sign. And 2 of them sunk will reduce the enemy blockade value significantly as well. The amount of protected cruisers sunk. to actually maybe enable us to stop the blockade. I don't believe that we are just there yet. A lot of ships against us. That's a dead ship in the water. Okay. Just make sure. Okay. Couple more hits. Our destroyers our trade ships are just doing fine there. Being go away. And the scenario is over with us losing 2 destroyers. They losing more protected cruisers. Okay, not great, but we can't take this because it costs us prestige. So sure, look at the design. We are at war, but Parliament, sure. Okay, we have more battleships, but we have way fewer armored cruisers than the French in the area. The Russians also nearly have as much value as we do. What? Okay. A lot of armored cruisers. So there's a lot to be fought here. We'll need some successful engagements. Reduce them to 1,000 more tonnage. But we are going to end this stream here, guys. We're likely going to return to this next week as more war over the next couple of days. Yeah. Thank you all for watching, guys.